The summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair. Walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and strolled the golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind. Hey, Cesaro's here. Travis is here. Agent 47, Willie Michael. Excuse me. Nomi, Jacob Whitford. Gohan Kai, Krusty Bomb, the soldier. Money in my mind. Ocho, Roblox Gamer. Toke, Mike is in. Morgan, good to see you, hon. Will is here. Cora, Jonathan, Jeff Borowak. Jamie's in. Oh yeah, it's going to be Marineford. Do you think, Arthur? I don't know. It's tough for anything to overtake Chimera Ant for me, just because the whole sequence between Komugi and that word came out of my mouth. Komugi and Meruem is just so, oh man, just so ingrained into my being. Barry says 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare race war too soon. Also, hey, it's definitely. I mean, if I had to pick just a specific favorite arc of anything I've seen in anime, the only thing I can say would clearly be down to those two for me. You know, that's not even to say necessarily those. Well, doesn't make a case, but those are the best anime ever or whatever. But as far as individual arcs, Marineford versus, and I'm not even done with Marineford yet, but Marineford versus Chimera Ant, that's, ooh, man, that's close. Say Thomas says, honestly, only children believe that anything about One Piece is better than Hunter x Hunter. I wouldn't go that far. As much as I love Hunter x Hunter, One Piece has some brilliant elements to it as well. Prater, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I don't even try and rank them, other than individual items, like when there's something that, for instance, that Chimera Ant arc had always been my favorite arc, just because I was just so swept up into it. But unless something really strikes me as being that exceptional, yeah, I don't do a lot of rank. It's impossible to rank. Barry says, next post, have a great big announcement. Not my D. It took me a while to recover today. I just got done doing my taxes. So most of the day I've been feeling really angry, edgy, and wanting to fight. Fucking government. Wolverine says, I love the Compton Harambe arc in One Piece. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm going to guess Harambe dies. Oh my God. It's his D, Big Green says. Excuse me. Spirit of Troy. Hey, Curtis, you're old. True. Was Jimi Hendrix actually that good of a guitarist? Yes. He was ridiculous, Spirit of Troy. And if I remember, he played all by ear. I don't believe he even read music, if I remember correctly. But yeah, he was nuts. Hendrix was ridiculous. I mean, that whole, I remember the big to-do. Obviously, I wasn't there. I was only 8. But the big to-do around him playing the national anthem at the original Woodstock. But yeah. Yep. He was. I wasn't even a huge fan of his music, but as far as his talent on the guitar, it was nuts. Barry says, I'm having a child at the proud age of 17. He's going to be here in about 8-9 months. Can't wait to sit here and watch all the streams of reaction with them. Got to corrupt them while they're young. Well, congratulations, Barry's. Wow. Starting them young. Well, it's got to bring them in the right way between anime and, creepy old bald guys. One to watch, one to warn about. Yeah, on acid too. It's even better, right, Big Green? Yeah, his legend. He deserves his legend. Put it that way. Alex says, "Wait, that is still about your D. Technically, she's correct. You were a liar." That's good. Hey, Cormar. It's got to be Chimera Ant arc for me, bro. So far, it is for me, but I'm not quite done with Marineford yet. Words can't describe how good Hunter x Hunter is. I agree. Not even in 150 characters. Also, Jimi Hendrix for the win. Purple Haze, best song, and JoJo stand. Yeah, Purple Haze was brilliant too. Yeah, I agree across the board, Kumar. Again, I wasn't a Hendrix fan per se. I mean, I wasn't one of the. I should say I wasn't a fan, but I wasn't one of the fanatical types for him. But I would listen to anything he put out just to listen to the guitar riffs. I mean, he was crazy good. Jamie, Uncle Curtis, see next post. Oh, okay. And can anybody back me up on that? Am I remembering that right? He didn't read music, right? Didn't he play by ear? I could be wrong. I could have mixed up with somebody else, but I thought that was the case. Oh, and don't forget too, before this stream is over, I wanted to tell the Gooshers that are here, those of you who are at the Goosh, I wanted to give you guys some details on something. I don't want to forget to do it. Jamie says, Uncle Curtis, because I'm downsizing, I want to send my Star Wars bed sheets to a good home. Don't want to go to a random Goodwill. Will any of your grandkids like them? I appreciate that, Jamie. The only reason I would say no is there's so many Star Wars fanatics out there. It'd be cool if you could find somebody that's really into it. My grandkids are just never really caught on to it. And as you know, there's so many absolute Star Wars nerds out there that would love something like that. I'd hate to see it go to somebody who's just like, meh, you know. But thank you. I appreciate you thinking of them. But they never really got into Star Wars. Wolverine says I'm partial to Last Train Home ending. Dragon Series Curtis, I think the war arc from Bleach will be up there. Will be animated in 2021. Excuse me. Bleach accomplishing an arc that would be up there wouldn't surprise me at all. Dragon Series, yeah. Bleach is really well done. I was wearing my Hendrix shirt once, Johnny Bravocado says, and some kid asked, what rapper is that? I usually don't get upset over simple shit like that, but it irked me a little. Yeah, I was going to say that would be annoying. Yeah. Go rap with your mother, kid. That's pretty good. Well, I got annoyed just a little while ago. These are things I actually ended up just deleting the post and blocking the person from commenting over at the YouTube channel, because these type of things irritate me so much. You guys are a regular crew here. You know how for the last year plus I've tried absolutely everything I can to try and bring anime reactions to the YouTube channel, because we're anime nerds. That's what I want to do. I want to share the reactions there. And we're just at it. I was gonna say we're at a dead end, but what we are is blocked. It's just they're gonna get blocked, period. And so I get some clown in there right after I got done doing my taxes. So I was already pissed off. And some asshole comes in and goes, I gotta say, I feel like you've moved your anime reactions over to Patreon just for the money. And I fucking let him have it. And then I thought, I know a lot of you guys that are regulars here it makes you uncomfortable when I'm mean to people. See, it doesn't bother me when you're mean to people. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just, because I don't want to hear anything else he's got to say, think, do. I got no interest in the fucker. So I just banned him from the channel. Punster says, God damn it, the one moment I was in the Johnny Stars a fucking live stream. I have timing, Punster. I can hit a cue. Downlord, good to see you, pal. Just got back from my cross-country trek. Man, just got back from my cross-country trek for that dog. Got to say, getting pulled over by a state trooper has a completely different feel to it than getting pulled over by old man Eric from the station. Oh, shit, Downlord. I'm glad you're back, though. Hopefully everything went okay. Dragon Sphere says, if I lived in the USA and some protesters tried to home invade me, I'm shooting them. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Anybody that comes into my house unwanted will not meet a happy end. Curtis controlling his temper, Lude says, I'm proud of you. It's sometimes fun, but I can see how it bothers people. Well, that's why I do it, Lude. I honestly, and you guys, I think I've demonstrated that over the years. I honestly care what you guys think. I mean, when I say you guys, I mean our regular crew here. And I fucking let him I was in no mood for it. I get so irritated by that anyway, by the fact that I can't do any anime reactions at YouTube. And to hear some random come in and just decide that pissed me off. And like I say, I fucking blasted him. But then I said, I was like, all right, I'm just blocking him from the channel. Let's see. What's that? Resonator says, I'm just here to get banned from the chat. Oh, all right. No, I'm only kidding. That would have been. Today's not a good day to do that. Today's the kind of day where I might actually do it. Sana says, it honestly makes me happy to support the creators I like, so I don't see a problem with Patreon at all, even if YouTube works. Well, I appreciate that, Sana. And we were obviously forced there because it's the only way we can do our anime reactions. But yeah, I can see YouTubers putting content there regardless, because now with the demonetization, we don't have problems with demonetization over at YouTube. What we're experiencing right now is about a month ago, and it's not just us, happens to others. So I don't feel like I'm picked on. Don't get me wrong. You'll see that the numbers on videos of the same genre, the views have just disintegrated. And that's what YouTube does. That's what Susan does every so often. Excuse me. And none of us know why. They'll just go through and you stop getting recommended, and you have a smaller percentage of your subscribers, because they never notify all your subscribers, but you have a smaller percentage of your subscribers get notified on your videos. So yes, YouTube has just become nearly impossible to work with. Dragon Sphere says, Curtis, did you see the protesters that tried to block the freeway? I did. I saw them flying through the air. When will people learn? Cars undefeated against humans. Yeah. Again, tragic that the one girl died. Not too smart. I don't give a damn I don't care what you're protesting. If at any point you're out there on an interstate highway, you're asking for a problem. I don't care what it was. If it was my kids, somebody that's close to me, somebody that's important to me, whatever their issue was, and no matter how invested I was in it, I would tell them, don't go out on the fucking interstate. Morgan says, I goosh you, you goosh me. We're a goosher family with a great big goosh and sticky stuff from me to you. Wouldn't you say you'll goosh me too? Oh, we will definitely. Wow. But the only thing is, I was going to say I could put on purple makeup and make it complete, but if I put on purple makeup, I don't look like Barney. I'm going to look like Thanos, so that's not going to fit. Excuse me, guys. Temple of the God says, damn, I missed watching you since you watched Naruto and SAO Bridge. Can you react to how to be an adventure and ASDF the Muffin Song, please? Again, I'm not looking for any new reaction requests at the moment, Temple of the Gods, just because we're still doing reactions. As you saw, we uploaded one today, but not nearly as big a percentage. I've got other stuff going on, and finally, I'm getting far enough ahead. I'm going to be gone all day tomorrow, so I had to have videos ahead. Going to be gone Monday through Wednesday next week, so I've been getting videos ahead, and that's why there isn't a new Curtis and Anime up yet, because those take a long time, and I haven't had time. So I'm not lying. It's all scripted. It's right here. The script is here and ready to go, so with all that other different content, I'm not really looking for any new ones. The reactions are going to be mostly the stuff, the creators that we're already following, and anything that just really strikes us if it's anime related, something like that. Excuse me. Next post about the baby, Barry says. Alrighty. And then, guys, I know some of you are following along with me. The first baseball game of my season was last night. So we haven't been able to have any practices because, the way this all came about with the pandemic. So the game was at 6. We're going to get together at 4:30, take some infield and stuff first. So it was a 50-minute drive for me to get to the ball field. We're driving down. At 4:23, the clouds opened up and it downpoured. Only lasted for about 20 minutes, but completely put the field underwater, and my first game got canceled. Typical. Barry says, I've tried pitching anime names and the girlfriend isn't too fond. Now I'm thinking about Curtis as a name if it's a boy. That's quality. Maybe you could baptize him and then see me after for confession since you're ordained. I can. I looked it up. I can do all that stuff. I'll be like, yeah, I'll throw water at people. I'll toss marriages out there. You name it. I'm in. Somebody Lude says somebody really doesn't want Curtis wielding a bat. It's seeming that way, Lude. Jeez. The only cool thing though is I haven't been able, because everything's been closed down. With getting ready for the season, I've been hitting off a tee, which helps, but it's not really what you want to do. They finally started opening up the batting cages and stuff. And tomorrow, the reason I'm going to be gone, we promised the grandkids we'd take them on a few trips this summer. We're going to go out to Cooperstown for the day. And the batting cage is not in Cooperstown. Those are still closed. But there's another set just outside of town that they're open. So we're going to go down to that fun park, do some go-karts, and I can hit in the batting cages at least get some real swings in. Jack Queen says it's settled. God hates us. Way to rain on my parade. Indeed, Morgan. Exactly. I couldn't believe you could see the clouds moving in. It's like, yeah, it's going to happen. Sure as shit. And it didn't even last very long, but just entirely soaked the field. Jamie says, Uncle Curtis, let me be a nun in your holy order. Absolutely, Jamie. I mean, this goes out saying, I'm sure you're aware, we only have naughty nuns, but absolutely. Downlord says, if there's anything I learned in the past week, it's that everywhere but my house and its immediate surroundings sucks. I've had weeks like that too, Downlord. I understand. Hey, that was what I was going to tell you guys too. For those of you who are Gooshers, if you want to get a head start on it, I have my music guy putting together the music. So I am going to be doing that song I talked about. So if any of you, and I'm going to post this at the Goosh, but this is just if you guys wanted a heads up first. Any of you that want to participate, send me a video of any area around where you live. Just some sort of nature scene, or it doesn't even have to be nature. If it's mid-city, it could be buildings, whatever. Something that you think is indicative of the area you live. Send me the video, title the video with the location. You don't have to be specific if you're concerned about that. Like I say, for me, it could be upstate New York. You could say Central Colorado. It doesn't matter. Or you can be specific. You can say it's Boulder, Colorado, whatever you want to do. Title it with that. And if you want your name, even if it's your screen name, if you want that on the video when your clip plays, if you want that on there as well, put that in the title. So for me, if I send it in, it'd be Curtis Candy, upstate New York. Just title the video that way. You can put them up on YouTube. I can go take them from there. You can make them unlisted if you don't want other people seeing them. You can upload it to Mega. Send me the Mega link. But it's for the Patreon crew. And just send me the link in a private message at Patreon. I'm going to make a post about all of that, but I just thought I'd give you guys a heads up first. Oh, I don't know if I have an individual favorite song in an anime, Leslie. I mean, it's always hard for anything for me to beat that Hunter x Hunter opening theme because I love that so much, but I don't know if there's any one specific. Chris, were you spirit cooking that finger? Oh no, yeah, the finger bandage is ridiculously stupid. It was like a little over a week ago, shaving my head in a hurry. I've been in a hurry for the last couple of weeks trying to get stuff done. I'm always pressed for time. In a hurry, going through. As you can see, I got myself right here too. Going through. Whoom, whoom, whoom. The downside to having a decent tolerance for pain is I don't worry about getting cut and stuff. I probably should. And I was going so fast, I put this hand in front of the razor blade and went, wah, and landed right on the nail. And I was moving the blade so fast, it cut through the nail and down to the finger. The only reason I've still got tape on it is the nail is popped loose. And if I don't put something on it, it keeps trying to grab. I put my hand in my pocket and it grabs on everything and tries to rip the nail off right from the skin. And that's painful. So that's why it's still there. Yeah, Jamie, that was one of my smooth moves. But that's my downfall with everything. I'm always trying to do things too quickly, always in a hurry. Let's see. When are you going to continue Resident Evil 2? The plan right now is once we finish on Little Nightmares, which again, these have been sporadic because I'm gone so much now. I'm hoping on the weekend, because we're going to be gone the first few days of the week, to play some more Little Nightmares on the channel. Excuse me. Jamie says, oh God, why I fucking felt that. It was Smooth move unlike your head. Yeah. Oh, it was a good one, Lude. I mean, I felt that you felt the blade. You guys know how tough fingernails are, right through it, right through and down to the skin. The thing of it is, I told my wife this. It's got to have something to do with the wrestling. I bleed all the time. I swear it's one of the reasons. Got to be one of the reasons I enjoy Zorro so much. No matter what I'm doing, I end up bleeding somehow. The other day when I went out to train baseball, as I said, I went out and I was hitting off a tee. So you just put the ball on a tee. It's good for keeping your swing level. Hit the ball off the tee into a backstop. So I hit off the tee, ran the bases a little bit, did some sprints between bases, then just tossed the ball up, hit it, chase the ball down just for a workout. So I get done and I go to take my batting glove off and I see drip, drip, drip. I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm looking around. It's off my hand. It's blood. It was and I don't even know what. My right thumb was bleeding like a sieve right here where the skin meets the bottom of the thumbnail. All I can figure is, again, everything I do is blunt force. I was swinging so hard, I must have popped that connection between the skin and the nail loose. I'm playing fucking baseball by myself, just training, and I managed to end up bleeding. Jesus Christ. Morgan says I'm having sympathy tingles on my nails now. Ow. Yeah, it was. That was a stinger, Morgan. And believe it or not, as much as that hurt, if I don't have it taped, when that nail that's left tries to catch and tries to pull away from the skin, that hurts even more. Barry says, one condition for you to be minister at the baptism confession. Brax has to come dressed as an altar boy. Deal? I'll pitch it to him. I'll definitely pitch that to him. Jamie says, why do you always have injuries that involve ripping nails? It always makes me cringe because I suffer empathy pain. Jamie, I'm with you. It's funny how I know exactly what you mean by empathy pain. A lot of times, I think that's probably just from all the years of wrestling and all the injuries you have. I feel empathy pain, I think, as strong or stronger than I feel my own pain. But what you're describing there, I just gouged that nail right up. I didn't think anything of it. I just taped it up and took care of it. But if somebody described it to me, it would make you do one of those. I know exactly what you mean. Straight razor. No, Jonathan says to use a straight razor on your head. Believe it or not, it's weird. I've tried all kinds of razors. And because my head is so goddamn uneven and everything, none of them worked well. And I've tried all types, all different price ranges. The ones that work for me are these little cheap blue pieces of shit that I buy at the local Dollar General. You get 5 of them for $1. Now, I was buying razor blades where, they're $5 each, and they didn't work worth a shit. These little cheap bastards work the best. I've been doing it for years, and just the other day, I had to go to a Dollar General in a neighboring town because the Dollar General that sits right across from me, right in front of the railroad tracks, it's directly next to the railroad tracks, they ran out and they haven't been restocking them. And I'm so addicted to those, I made the drive to a neighboring town to go to their Dollar General and get some. Yeah, so I'm the same way. Empathy pain way more than my own pain. Yeah, it's weird how that works. What was my worst injury in wrestling? Most painful one was easily when, as far as pain, was the when I tore muscles loose in my back, tore them right off the bone, and still had to wrestle twice because I tore them doing a run-in early in the show, and then I still had 2 matches to wrestle. The torn muscle pain is just ridiculous. I've broken bones and had all kinds of lacerations and contusions and shit, but none of them hurt as much as those muscles. Jamie says, oh, God, please don't describe anymore. I'm going to scream. My fingers are curling closed just not to feel it, so I can't listen to your toe story. Oh, the toe. Yeah, that was a bad one, Jamie. Oh, that was bad. But for those of you who don't know, I won't go into it again and torture Jamie anymore, but it wasn't just the nail that came off with the toe story. Oink says, so I found out that I didn't get into medical school today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So I'm not in the best mood. Not going to give up, though. I'll get it next time. Absolutely. Yeah. Oink, I'm a big believer in that, as far as the not giving up. Yeah, keep grinding. I feel for you, though. It sucks to have that kind of setback. Yeah, but keep after it. Evian says, all my friends ask me dating advice, and the irony it is that I'm single and have never been in a relationship for 13 years, which basically means my whole life. Isn't that weird when people, that'd be like, I know what you mean. People, it'd be like somebody coming up and asking me for ballet advice or something. It's like, yeah, well, as far as I know, what you do is you go up on your toes or some shit. Yeah. Douglas Curtis, Jesus Christ, thought wrestling was fake. Well, the matches are predetermined, but a lot of the violence is real as can be, especially in my matches. My matches were exceptionally violent. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Downlord says, once when I was 13, I was being a tard and opening a pig food bag with a knife. It was sharper than I thought and sheared right through it in my other arm. Didn't realize it happened for 5 minutes. You know, I found that too, Downlord. If a blade is super sharp, yeah, the cuts with it, it seems easier to cut yourself without realizing it. How bad it's, well, I guess that's probably not rocket science because it makes such a clean cut. That's creepy, isn't it? Stuff like that. I've done that, yeah, not my arm, but cut fingers, stuff like that with sharp knives. And like you say, you don't realize it until you're like, oh, where'd this pool of red come from? Morgan says, next post. Okay. Time to slip into my businesswoman persona for a work meeting. If only they knew my ultimate form of goosher. Well, thanks for being in while you could, Morgan. Yes, never let them see that other darker side until the word gets out when it's time for us to take over. Because eventually the goosers are going to rule everything. So then they'll all be begging to be part of us, and we'll say, no, fuck you very much. Spirit of Troy, Curtis, who in your opinion is the most underrated band? I don't know. That's not something I could come up with off the top of my head. I'd have to really, I've seen, I've been alive for so many bands over the years. I'd have to really sit down and think about it. Since we're talking about anime arcs, what's your thoughts on Soul Society arc? Ocho says, awesome. Fantastic arc. The fights are phenomenal. Really good. And the comedy relief is so good in Bleach as well. Yeah, good call, Big Green. I like when the red water comes out. Okay, Morgan. Good luck in the meeting. Again, keep your gooserism to yourself. We'll be springing it on the world soon. Chrome says, personal opinion, but Chimera Ant Arc is still better than Marineford. Hunter x Hunter's writing quality is overall stronger to me. I'm rarely surprised by One Piece twists. Hunter x Hunter's Chimera Ant Arc surprised me. Yeah, I'm like I say, Chrome, as of right now, I'm still putting Chimera Ant Arc ahead of it, barely. But there's two things for me yet to be seen. Is I haven't completely finished it yet. And a lot of times I've noticed, more so with anime than anything else, I don't get a good feel for how something has entirely affected me until I'm a little ways away from it. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. But it seems like in hindsight, for me, I tend to do a better job of taking in the totality of what I experienced. But this Marineford arc is just ridiculous. But like I was saying at the outset, it's going to be difficult for anything to really hit me as hard as Meruem Komugi did. Jack Queen says comedy relief. That's what my ex used to call it. Yeah, I've been there, Jack. I didn't get into comedy accidentally. PewDiePie Floor Gang versus Gooshers. Who would win? Oh, Leslie, once the Gooshers get everything in order, we will be the supreme operation. Lude says, yeah, you need to look at the arc in retrospect and think on it as a whole before you realize how good bad it is. I agree, Lude. I think that's true with a lot of characters even, too. Once you're away, what was like that for me was Overlord. Now, don't get me wrong, I loved Overlord. I enjoyed it all the way through. But that's one of those that the further away from it I got and the more I think back on it, the higher it ranks for me. It just was such a great story. Good characters. I love the fact that your protagonist was actually a villain. I mean, everything about that was so good. Konosuba was like that. Really enjoyed it while it was going. Enjoyed it even more in retrospect. I can't. I always come up with a name based on people's screen names. Another super chat. Yes, that looks like EYE to me. I know that's not it, so I'll say hi. Good evening. I'm always having fun, and then you'll fit in here perfectly because to me that's how I live my life in search of the next opportunity to have fun. Next post, if Susan allows me. Well, Barry's, that is always a substantial if. Chrome says, had to get a shot in, Chrome. The further away you are from Usopp, the more you realize he does, in fact, quite suck. Jonathan says, I watched your prostitute Mickey video reaction. Oh my God, those were so good. I almost spit out my coffee laughing at those reactions. Well, thanks, Jonathan. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I love those videos. That video today, Manslayer's video today, the one I just posted today, that was fucking funny too. That was really good. The fisting kid at the beginning, he was awesome. Am I gonna watch Gintama, Tyler? It'll depend on what the gang selects, because everything is picked through polls and nominations at the Goosh, except for the $1 level. It's possible I could put that in at the $1 level. Excuse me, at some point, because it gets enough support, but it's not scheduled yet. Lude says, for me, it's the opposite. I enjoyed the hell out of Overlord as it was airing. Once it was done, I realized it wasn't as great. Still a really good anime, but not as I thought. Oh, yeah, that is odd, because, yeah, exact opposite. I really enjoyed it watching it, and even more so, I just want to, I don't know when I'm going to get the time, but I really want to watch that one again. Yeah, Krusty Bomb Fisting Kid 2020. That was so good. Manslayer is funny as hell. I mean, we've got a lot of really funny creators around Manslayer and Brandon and Devil Artemis, and it just makes it so much fun. Red says, Chimera Ants has every aspect the story can have. Agreed. While Marineford, what the hell, is pure fighting. Chimera Ants should be compared to the entire Summit War saga, in my opinion. Well, Marineford is pure fighting, but in fairness to them, Red, there's a lot of deep-seated emotions wrapped into that fighting. As I said, for now, Chimera Ant arc is staying number one for me. But man, it's going to be interesting to see once I've seen it all where everything stands. Excuse me. Barry says, Curtis, you've had a few kids. Yes, I have. What am I up for in the next couple months? Should I get the milk now or later? Well, the next couple months, you're just going to probably be dealing with a lot of morning sickness and mood swings and stuff. Okay, let me. Saw says your forehead looks solid as fuck. I have medical diagnosed backing that is true. The doctor who was tending me, it was after one of my wrestling injuries, was in the emergency room, was telling me, and his quote was, I basically have a football helmet under my flesh. My friend I says, I don't understand English. Sorry. I apologize, my friend. And I barely understand English, so I definitely don't have any other languages to go to. Wolverine says, look for next post. Let's see. There. That's got to be it there, right? Yeah. 20-year-old gets fisted to death by older man. Looks at Ace. Oh, that was just so good. I mean, watching stuff like that again, Devil Artemis or Manslayer or whoever, you just get happy before the video even starts. At least I do. Monkey D. Luffy says 489. I'm not sure what you're asking, Luffy. I don't know what you're asking me there. So what you're saying is get the milk now? Indeed. What's the English look says? Let me see. I didn't. Okay, I didn't. I thought I had missed oh no, that's it. Did I catch? Oh, you had a few kids. Okay. I just want to make sure I did catch Barry's post from when he said watch the next post. Song says I meant that as a compliment. Oh, the forehead? Oh yeah. Well, like I say, it's big. It's true. The forehead is it's an island unto itself. Willie Plays says I'm starting Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai this week. I never heard of that one. Everyone says it's extremely fucking depressing, but really good. So I'm excited and scared. Yeah, and that's true too. I've had instances like that from what you guys will relay to me about an anime. I get entirely what you mean. Sometimes you're like, oh man, I can't wait to start this. Oh man, I'm scared to start this. Yeah, I get that completely. Credence, super underappreciated. I would agree with that, Johnny. Yeah. John Fogerty was one of the best lead singers and songwriters in rock history. Yeah. No argument for me. Yep. Credence, I don't think gets nearly the recognition that they deserve. You know who else I think I was trying to think of that when the question was asked? Dire Straits, too. I think Dire Straits was a phenomenal band that doesn't really have as lofty a place in history as they should. Mark Knopfler was pretty brilliant. What is your favorite alcoholic drink? My favorite is Guinness beer. Jonathan, I don't drink. I don't have a taste for alcohol. And I never had a taste for it. And I found out the one time, only once in my life, did I get falling down drunk. I was 16 or 17, and I tried to kill people. So it's probably better that I don't drink. I had a sore throat for a week because my roommate had to choke me out so I wouldn't go beat people with a bat. I did. Dylan says you hear about Kanye West running for president. Yeah. And the two main party candidates we have are underwhelming to say the least. And at that, Kanye would still be my third choice. Mercied says, hi, did you react to Madara versus Mike guy? Because I did not find the video. Yeah, it could be one of the ones that got blocked. We were watching Naruto for the longest time without any problems, and then they just started coming through blocking. Well, that was when YouTube started being a bitch, and instead of making people go through proper copyright channels, they just allowed them to start blocking videos. So that I don't know, but that would be my guess. Probably got blocked. Marty Robbins is the greatest. That's old school Dal Lord. I remember Marty Robbins. Old school cowboy. Yep, I remember him. Looks as a gay fish fights Cheetos. Yeah. There was a meme going around that on Kanye's first day as president, he would sign an executive order banning fish sticks. Kanye has a shot in 2024. I don't think so, Ocho. I think I know I'll be shocked on the Republican side if 2024 isn't oh gosh, why is her name going out of my head? Nikki Haley. I'll be well, you never know what could happen between now and then, but I'm going to be surprised if she's not the candidate. There are some other likely possibilities. Crenshaw. It's hard to say on the Democratic side because we just had a round of Democratic contenders. So it's hard to say right now who they might come up with because you got to see what the fallout of failing this time is for everybody. But I like Nikki Haley. I've always been a big fan of hers. Jamie says, the fuck, you can't ban fish sticks. That fish sticks episode is one of my favorites, though. Just for the joke itself, but it was a great Cartman episode where, you know, him living in his own little world and how he sees things as opposed to what the reality actually is. Trump the hot one 2024, Barry says. I'm trying to do the fish sticks. 'Tis a very delicate state of mind, Lude. Who'd you vote for if all anime characters ran for president? Oh gosh, all characters small? Oh shit, I don't know. You know, you'd have to think it all through. I don't know. I don't really know a lot of anime characters' political platforms, so it's hard to say. True, Wix. At least Kanye is the only one of those I'm going to run for president celebrities to actually go through with it. Yeah, true. At least he had the balls to do it. What I like to see is what happened to all the if Trump wins, I'm moving to Canada celebrities. There were a shit ton of them, and all those dipshits are still here. I thought we were going to get rid of a lot of assholes, and then they didn't do it. And then they just carry on like they never said it. It's still with their pissing and moaning and bitching. Barry says, all right, if Mama Barry shows up, I'm getting milk. I'm really out chasing my dreams of being a Southern folk song singer and writer. Last you saw me, I was at the grocery store with the milk. The only answer is Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear Rising. 78 Vertigo says, sorry, but this isn't a contest. Chimera Ant-Arc is light years better than Marineford. Marineford was just about fighting while Chimera Ant-Arc became more philosophical, going to Meadow and switch roles. And I agree. That's the reason that I agree that Chimera Ant-Arc is brilliant. But I don't think, for me anyway, just the fact that Chimera Ant-Arc was deeper, and it was, that makes it necessarily better. I mean, you can be a better arc with limited amount of depth if you just happen to do what you're doing really, really well. And that's what Marineford does. I mean, I'm not arguing the overall point. For me, the Chimera Ant-Arc is still in the lead, and it's going to be hard to catch. But Marineford is right up there, and it's above others that I've seen. Again, it doesn't have the depth. I don't think anybody would try and even really make that much of an argument. But depth isn't the begin all and end all, I think, for ranking something like that. Milog says, how's the minister thing going, bald man? Have you married any inanimate objects yet? Not yet. I'll probably do the real wedding first, get a feel for that, and then start working on, the ninja weddings where I sneak up on people and marry them, and the inanimate object weddings. Jack Queen says, also what I said to my ex, deeper isn't always better. Did she buy it? Because the woman I was with always tried to argue that point with me and pissed me off. Hey, Speskid! Shmuel says, Marineford Saga is about good and evil and mortality a fair bit, but yeah, it doesn't go as deep as Chimera Ant. Yeah, I think that's fair, Shmuel. Like I say, I think most people who are fans of both, as are many of us, I don't think too many people would make the argument that Marineford is anywhere near as deep as Chimera Ant. But again, to me, when you're talking about best, it's not based on just one set of specifics, which would be depth. Spaz Alter Boy Wolverine says, Dragon Sears, Lord Eisen for president. Look at all the hot women he got as servants. Good point. Imagine the press secretary, Nellie L. Well, press secretary Nellie L, with her being out front and center to give briefings every day, that would be almost an unfair advantage. Unless, of course, well, let's see. Unless my boy Issei runs. Can you imagine the cabinet he could stock? Hey. Oh, he's not old enough, though. You got to be 35. He's out. Downward says, just be careful not to sneak up and marry some siblings. We ain't in Alabama here, Downward says. I like that. Good thing that you put that last part in, because if you had just written, just be careful not to sneak up and marry some siblings, my response was going to be, well, I'll just travel to Alabama. Yeah. We shall put Issei as president. Everyone gets their own share of tits. Oh, yeah. Wow, what he could bring to the table. Ocho says, Chimera Ant is better, at least to me, but you can't deny the impact of Marineford to boost the popularity of One Piece, especially in the West, and the sales of the manga. Right, Ocho? No, I agree with you 100%. That's right where I am. Chimera Ant still with the lead, but just so impressed. And for me, it's a good indicator, too, and you guys see it when you watch the reaction videos, is the percentage of times that you get to the end of the video and it's like, don't stop. and goddamn, Marineford arc has been full of those moments. Sweet home Alabama. Tits for everyone. Communism? That would be the only way I could get behind it, Jack Queen. That concept. Communism, Wood says. Punster says, Curtis, I saw an old video of yours and saw a young Spaz kid, and I'm frightened. It's amazing how much he's grown up with all of us here, at the channel. God damn. Sugen 2024 ticket is best case scenario, Johnny says. All right, guys. Well, I got to rest my time. I got to go just because, again, we're going to be gone tomorrow. And, oh, that's right. That's right. I completely forgot. I should have titled this Free for All Friday on Thursday. I keep forgetting that tomorrow's Friday and I'm going to be gone. Well, if I get home in time, I might even try, just because it's Free for All Friday. Let's see how late I get home. If it's not super late, and I know it'll suck for those of you in the UK and that region, if it's not super late, I'll try and stream, even if it's just a little bit tomorrow for Free for All Friday. But outside of that, we'll be gone tomorrow, and then my wife and I are gone Monday through Wednesday. The video lineup, particularly at the Goose, will stay the same. I've gotten everything done ahead of time, so there won't be any change in the schedule. But fuck, I forgot about it being Friday tomorrow and going to be gone. But I'll figure something out. If I do get back early enough, there may be a late stream tomorrow. But for now, what I'm going to do is, I'm not sure. Maybe I get a chance to stream tomorrow. So I'm going to, hold on, let me concentrate on it. I'm going to quickly inject a little bit of the Fridayism into today's sticky stuff. You know, give it that little something extra, a little extra stickiness, because we know that Free for All Friday sticky stuff is the highest quality. So what I'm about to give you right now is not quite Free for All Friday quality, but it's close. He's coming with us, Jamie. Have Spaz Kid do Free for All? He's coming with us. With him, my wife and I are taking the grandkids out to do all that. Or he would. I'm sure he would. Maybe I'll try and post a video from while we're out there or something. But here it comes. It's not quite Free for All Friday caliber, but close. Pampu, sticky stuff. Almost Free for All Friday stuff. Sticky stuff for you. You'll see a little difference in quality. It's not much. You'll still enjoy it. Sticky stuff for you, because we'll bang, okay? Just like we did earlier today in that video. Flashly like Buggy. And as always, most importantly, every day of every week, goose. Ah.